It's Washington Coolidge, or Washington Sinclair. He just foot bailed.
Sinclair, subject foot bailed.
752, I got a broken ankle, I think.
752, confirming need medics for yourself or the subject that foot bailed.
It's Juanito's in pursuit, foot bail. I'm out. I think I busted my ankle.
Going 3.
He headed westbound. If we're on the call, Vargas will take the call. I've got Strickland.
10-4, George 4, I copy.
George 4, witnesses say he's southbound on Gertrude. Supposed to be all tatted up, no shirt.
Subject southbound on Gertrude, tatted up, no shirt.
5, start an ambulance for 7 Adam 52 Sinclair, Washington, across from chest for ankle injury.
4.
7 Adam 52 for other units. He's fully tatted, wearing no shirt, blue jeans, white male. He's about 5'6", 170 pounds. He's all tatted up.
Copy, white male, 5'6", 170, no shirt, tatted up.
George 4, if there's any incoming units, have them go to the 300 block of Gertrude.
For incoming units, respond to the 300 block of Gertrude. 300 block of Gertrude.
George 4 back, there's a witness at 350 Gertrude, says he did not make it this far south. So if we can get one in 300 block of Gertrude, the one at Gertrude and Washington, we should have them pinned in.
4.
10-4, you have Mendez in the 300 block of Gertrude. I'm coming in the area. 10-4, do we have someone with Strickland?
Part of George 4, I believe it's Lovato.
Show myself and Strickland out at 4432 East Washington Street, and if we have TS available, let's get them priority for property damage.
10-4, copy 4432 East Washington. George 4.
10-4, where was the last place we saw him run so we get a perimeter on this thing?
2 Adam 52. The last place I got him from was at the intersection of Gertrude and Washington, right where Strickland and I were doing our last 962, heading in a southbound direction.
10-4, so could he be between Sinclair and Gertrude? Is that what you're saying?
It's going to be somewhere between Sinclair and Gertrude, between the homes. No further, I believe no further than the 300 block of Gertrude and or Sinclair.
10-4, I'll have the intersection Washington and Sinclair then. And then we put out the plate, see if it's 29 clear.
252, if you can give me a plate. I never got a plate.
I've put a plate in the call. 5 William Yellow Mary 795. It's a gray Honda Accord, 4-door. 5, we also have medics 908.
908, and that is 1036. It's 10851 out of Stockton PD.
4.
Flex George, 6, I'm 908.
10-4.
10-4. 10-4, assuming we have a perimeter set up, I'm at Sinclair and Washington. Looks like King 22 and Millmore are in about the 300 block of Sinclair. I'm not sure if we have anybody at Washington and Gertrude, and I know we have Mendez and Vargas in about the 300 block of Gertrude.
6, you just went 908. Could you go to Washington and Gertrude?
George 6, I'm at Washington and Gertrude, right at 220 Gertrude.
First down 4, George 6 is at Washington and Gertrude, 220 Gertrude.
Yeah, we'll probably need somebody to relieve Millmore so he could help Davis search with his dog.
378, I'm 908. Where's Millmore at?
42.
342, 305, Sinclair.
George 6, advised by one of the neighbors here that jumped the fence from my location southbound from 220 Gertrude southbound.
10-4, jump the fence southbound from 220 Gertrude.
One more time, please.
I'm
Seeing at my location for the traffic collision.
George 4, copy CHP on scene. And for units...
Back to, they're asking if we need 824.
Lovato, you're clear to one of the sergeants.
4, this is Lovato. CHP is asking if we need 824.
7-8. We have him in the perimeter. If so, go ahead get 824 going.
7 Adam 32, I'm 908 in the area. Where do they want it?
I'm going to get somebody at 305 Sinclair so I can assist Davis in searching. Leave my position.
Sam 8 was making his way. Sam 8, is that correct?
7-8, I was on Gertrude 300 block, mid-block, and I'm by myself here at this point.
Units in the area, suspect description again is a white male 5'6", 170, no shirt, tatted up. Again, white male 5'6", 170, no shirt, tatted up.
That's around 23. I'm 908 in the area. What do they need me? 3 of it 31, we're 908.
4, 7 out of 23, I copy. Sam 8, what do you need, 7 out of 23?
Mate, I need him to relieve Millmore so they can conduct the search.
7 out of 23, 305 Sinclair, 305 Sinclair to relieve Millmore.
Copy.
George 4.
George?
Hey, 2 Sam 4, do we know any other areas of the perimeter that need to be covered? I've got CHP offering assistance.
2 Sam 4, do we have a swing shift dog that's going to also assist so we can kind of do a leapfrog on the block?
Getting him on 2.
Dispatch, this is Lovato, and for the SAM units, 824 is en route from Auburn.
Dispatch, copy for George 4 Lovato and to Sam 8, 824 en route from Auburn. Sam 8, King 9 is in the area, almost 908.
2 Sam 4.
3 Adam 5, when I'm also in the area, where do they need me?
1, 2 Sam 4, go ahead.
Sam 4, if you can, have King 9, 940 at the corner of Washington and Sinclair. He can pair up with Riley. They can start right from that intersection and go south on the block of Sinclair. And if Davis could do the same with his partner on the, go from Washington and Gertrude, go south, and we'll leapfrog yard to yard.
2 Sam 4, what do we think our south perimeter is?
According to what Mendez said, about the 300 block of Gertrude, so right around 300 to 400 block, hopefully it's contained.
For Sam 8 and other units, be advised, George 4 is out with the King unit starting search at 240 South Gertrude. He came up on 2.
David 31, we have our unit off at Gertrude in Washington, and there's 2 CHPs units going down Gertrude. They're going to be looking to where you guys want them at.
41.
41.
41, I'm in the backyard of 258 Gertrude. I have a visual from this backyard over to Sinclair. I'll just be standing by here while the units work my direction.
Sinclair, you have a visual over to Sinclair, standing by.
908.
910-4.
Sam 8, do we have anybody with the suspect vehicle searching it for possible identity?
For any unit with the suspect vehicle, come up on 1.
Lovato, go ahead.
With the suspect vehicle?
Suspect vehicle, I need somebody to respond here so I can follow Strickland to the hospital. I've got his vehicle and his personal items, and I've secured his weapon.
David 31, if you just went 908 and don't have an assigned spot, could you relieve Lovato with the suspect vehicle?
David 31, we're at the corner of Gertrude and Washington.
Therefore, unit to relieve Lovato so he can respond to hospital with Strickland and stand by with us.
1 Paul, I'm at 99 and 88. I can relieve him.
4.
Lovato, back to dispatch. Do we have a DR on the call?
16203. 16203 at 1630.
274. For info, Riley, Swaim, and the Spars have teamed up as a search team. They're going to start from Sinclair and Washington and work their way south along the west side of the roadway.
10-4.
Sam 4 to Sam 8.
Sam 8, go ahead.
Hey, Steve, I'm not sure, but there's a possibility he could have actually made it on the west side of Gertrude and continued west, so we might not have that area covered.
Order to dispatch, Medic 32 is going to be transporting Strickland to the county. I'll be following in his vehicle, and Mendez is on the scene of the location of occurrence.
10-4, copy 2 Adam 52, standing by with suspect vehicle.
George 4, we're now starting search 232, Gertrude.
And I couldn't copy.
George 4, I'm with King 22. We're now searching 232, Gertrude.
3 Sam 8 to 3 David 31. If you can, go ahead and move 1 block west, just for 902s in that area.
David 31, copy.
We just spoke with the neighbor who was in the backyard. The suspect ran 231 South Gertrude. He ran in between the yards, so he could be on this side or but he is in this block.
9, you're real broken. Just speak to a neighbor, saw suspect running southbound 231 Gertrude in between yards, and that's all I copied.
10-4, he saw him just minutes ago, so he's still probably in his perimeter, and he's going to be on the west side of Sinclair